More than half of students leave college with student debt. So here are a few things to consider before you sign on that dotted line for your student loans. The first thing to consider is really just thinking through and evaluating your wants versus your needs. Now, hear me out. I know this is probably the most generic and ordinary budgeting thing you could think of. It's probably the most typical and stereotypical financial education piece you can think of, wants versus needs. I get it. But truly just sitting down and evaluating what you want out of your education experience, your college experience, versus what you need for that education for your future career. But also thinking about it in the sense of your future and what you want and what you need out of your future finances, out of your future experience after graduation. Simply put, you're gonna make sacrifices either way. You'll either make sacrifices within your college experience, sacrificing maybe living on campus versus commuting, sacrificing a few experiences here and there, sacrificing some aspect of maybe some things you want in order to avoid heftier student debt, versus sacrificing some things down the road after graduation if you did decide to take out a lot of student debt because of those hefty monthly payments. Either way, you're going to be sacrificing something. So just really weighing your options and deciding, hey, when and what do I want to sacrifice, and what are my wants and my needs in both of those scenarios. And this looks different for everyone. So maybe you don't want to sacrifice within your college experience, and that's okay. But maybe you do, and maybe you want to start off your career, your adulthood, your independent living without that much student debt. And that's totally okay too. Whatever you decide, it's totally your decision. The second thing you might want to consider when thinking about possibly having to take out student loans for your education is, what are the alternatives to what you're considering? So I'm sure we all have a dream of what our college education is going to look like, but there might be some ways to go about it that you still achieve your end result, you still get the dream essentially, but maybe there's just a different way to go about it. So maybe you're dreaming of going to a private university, which often come with a bit of a heftier price tag, but maybe there's a public university that'll give you the same results. Or maybe you could consider not living on campus and foregoing paying for room and board and living at home, commuting for your college experience. Maybe you could even consider going to a 2-year university, 2-year college, to get those prerequisites out of the way, and then transferring to the 4-year university. All of these options could be really big money savers for you. Finally, the third point that I really want to drive home, and if you can't already tell, we all just echo each other, is to really look out for your future self. Consider what the decisions that you're making right now will have an impact on later in life, because they all do. Taking out these student loans, consider what they'll look like 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Look out for your future self now, so that those sacrifices, those monthly payments, they won't be a surprise whenever you graduate. Thinking about those in the way that they fit into your budget, the way that you're gonna have to figure out how to allocate your money differently, it'll help set you up for success later on, so it won't be a surprise. And so that way you know that you were looking out for your future self all along.